Hello. Let me just fix one or two things for me. Check, check. All right, that's a little bit better. So, all right, I wanted to hop on here. Had a little technical difficulties today. I made a playthrough video for you guys, and because of some dumb setting, the music that I was playing on my computer in the final bounce in OBS, the way I record these things, the audio of the computer of the song of Mariana Trench and a few others um, was not synced up to my bass, even though I played in time to it by the time it came out. Uh, it was no longer lined up. So, my apologies for that. I even uploaded it to YouTube and I just happened to check it to watch it and notice it was all messed up. So, as you know, that was the intro to the set that you guys have seen, and then Power Rangers. And if you notice there, it had the vocals. Um, that's what I practice to every night. When we play, we don't hear that. Josh hears exactly what you heard in both songs. Um, the rest of us hear our own mix, and we don't have all that in there. One thing I am missing by not being like playing to the song on our session is the click track. Having an individual fader for a click track. Right here, I'm just listening to through this speaker that I'm pointing at right here. I'm listening through that. So, and that's just my mix or whatever. And there's no click track to these. These are just songs in my iTunes. So basically, every single night before I play the set for you guys, I play the set. You guys have seen some of the videos. Josh and I, we warm up. We have our tuning room. Uh, we call it the Lion's Den. You gotta have thick skin in there, man. Oof, the pranks. Um, oh, backstage buddies, right? So you guys are the first to know everything. This is gonna be quick. Still getting used to it. Okay, but ready? That's it. Shave my head. Had to shave my head. Going bald. Is what it is. So yeah, so we would play these songs, and I've played these songs. Initially, what I wanted to capture for you guys was the very first time of me playing the songs, and I know it's Valentine's Day. I'm leaving, to go, but the very first time that I've played all these songs in completion, I wanted it to be for you guys. I've played some riffs here and there, worked on some stuff. Really, I've been spending a lot of this break working with a very specific piece of gear. It's the Boss GT1000. It's exactly what Nita uses, and it was given to me by a fan. I was gonna buy it off of him, but then like he comped the rest of the price as like a Christmas present. I'm so very thankful. Um, so I've been spending a lot of time trying to get to use this thing. The very first time it was used in Anita Strauss performance was at Shiprocked, and Phil Demmel used it for his guitar with a patch that Nita made. Um, and and yeah, so I've been working to make a bass tone out of it. That's what that just was there. I'm not 100% sure on all the mixes and everything. I think it should be pretty close to um pretty close to like even. I've gone through a lot with settings and everything the last day here. My last day home until March 10th. So I like to capture some of these moments too because everyone's always like, "Oh, what's going on inside your head?" And right now it's just like I just got to pack and like get ready to redo pre-production again. And we bought a whole bunch of new cases. Um, we've gotten a bunch of new gear. Some of us as individuals, and some of us as meaning the collective. Um, there's going to be new in-ear racks. I think there's new in-ears coming. So we're going to build all of that. I can maybe try and see if I could film some of that and some of those sessions and upload that for you guys and see if they want it. Sometimes It depends on where we do the stuff. If we do the stuff at people's houses, we don't always film because you just don't want to give away like locations accidentally or anything like that, you know. But if we do, if we do it at the venue, then I'll try and definitely film some of that. We usually captured all. I have a whole bunch of footage still that was filmed on these cameras here, from the tour. I just haven't had a chance to go through any of it and get it all together. What I did do is I put the editing software back on my laptop, and I am going to be better at making videos while on the road. We have a lot of days off, and I have all this gear that all is like direct and all this stuff, and so I want to just do that. I want to make sure that I make more videos for you guys. Make sure that because I appreciate you guys so very much. Your patronage it has helped me out quite significantly. And I've gotten really lucky with getting some new gear, so I really want to showcase some of that stuff for you guys too. I'm not gonna be able to do anything with this, but on the tour, I bought this. I bought this reverb pedal from Ronaldo Music in New Jersey when I got the basses modded. So I bought that. I'm excited to use that. I can't really use it on tour. And then I got this 808. Sorry, the light's so bright. I got this 808 tube screamer. And I'm very excited to put that on this board over here, down in place of that pedal. That's my main guitar board right here. I'm bringing some other bass pedals with me on this run. I usually don't tell you guys this stuff. This is cool. So the last run, all I used was the Fractal. It's all I used. And it's been very great to me. However, there were some consistency issues at times. So this tour, I'm either using one of two things. I'm either using this GT1000 or I'm going to use a dark glass pedal instead. The Alpha Omega Ultra. I contacted Dark Glass and they're sending me that. And this is an Ampeg Classic. We'll go back to this. Is an Ampeg Classic pedal. This just helps get like sub low end, like it helps get that and excites that a little bit, and I really love that for that. And then quiet you. And then this MXR Dynacomp. Oh, where are we? You can't see because it's white. The MXR Dynacomp. It's for bass. It's a little mini, cute little pedal. It's just a little compressor, and it's so small. I just don't know. The reason why I'd be bringing those two items is just because I'm not able to use the dark glass until I get to Josh and Nita's. It's going to arrive there. So, so we got new cases. I got new dark glass. Got this GT1000. Between all that, I'm looking for the easiest setup with the best sound. So kind of this tour, I guess more so than the other tours, I'm going to be experimenting just a little bit here and there between the GT1000, the dark glass pedal, and the Fractal. It's a pretty good shootout. I should probably let me know in the comments below if you want me to do like a shootout of those three products for you guys to see throughout the process, or just like a recap. Let me know which one would be better for you guys, because I'd like to, maybe do that. That'd be cool. That's cool. I don't have a Kemper, so I can't use that also. But GT1000, a dark glass, and a Fractal. That's a pretty good shootout. That's like a pretty good, solid, hey, these are your accessible options for bass, for touring. Because I'll tell you right now, I also have an Ampeg SVT 8 by with an 8x10, but an SVT 2 Pro that I used on the very first Angel and Nita tour. Sorry, not the first Angel tour, but the first Nita tour with Angel on the Guitar Collective in 2018. On that tour, I used a Fractal as. All right, so the way I build both my guitar signals and my bass signals. In all cases, if I'm running pedals, I plug bass into pedals and then go into the front of the amp. In all cases, that's how I do it. I take my pedal board, plug into it, I come out of the pedal board, go into the front of the amp. I know about all this elitist stuff with delays, and I don't care. That's how I do it. It's how I prefer it. It's how I prefer the sounds. All of that. So if I use pedals, I plug into them directly, and then I split the signal usually on my pedal board. All right. So I don't have it on this one, but trust me, every time I've used it with my amp setup, this is what I do. I come out of the pedal board, and then I go into an ABY switch. An ABY switch splits your signal, so one sound, like your signal doubles, and one side goes to one amp, one side goes to another amp, and then you blend those two amps. So what I always do is I have one amp dedicated to treble and gain, and then the other one dedicated to low end and less gain. And like sometimes I usually, like in this specific patch, this gain on this GT1000, I'm still trying to figure out some ways to tweak it because it's still a little too distortiony for me. What I like to do is I like to have a better blend than the exact tone that I currently have right now. But I think I should be able to achieve it with the GT1000. But there's the high end with the gain, and then there's the low end, and it's mostly clean, especially with bass. On this specific setting, like I said, on the bass of this setting, I have it a little bit growlier because it's just different when you don't have speakers and you don't have vibrations. You have to modify your EQs a little bit differently. So yeah, and then so even in the Fractal and in the GT1000, those are my patches. I have one that's built for high end, or I guess for you guys it would be this way, where my signal comes in, and then the high end and the distortion, and then the signal comes in, and then it's the low end and the clean, and then they meet, and then there's a mix knob, and I blend them not just there, but also the two output volumes themselves. And yeah, and that's how I get a crisp, clear low end, especially for bass. Has a nice sub bass that, and then also I need that pick attack. So this brightness right here, I'm waiting to see like what's going to happen. I got a couple of different patches that I'm working with. I've built 9 patches for bass in this time. That's literally what I've done. And the one that I'm settling on, there's a couple that well, I haven't settled on any, but this is the one that I like playing the best in my room. I know it's still a little too fuzzy, but I don't know how that's going to sound in a band setting. Oh, another thing actually. That was with both pick. That's another thing, very important. So for the longest time, I have been playing, and like, all right, let's get into the mods real quick. So the mods that I had to make on the basses during the tour is on this particular bass, the preamp in it died. These are Bartolini pickups, stock Ibanez BTB 845 DTL. And what I did was, when this preamp died on the road, I wasn't able to use this, rely on this bass. And so I had the preamp taken out, and like the Rode takes abuse on stuff, and I only have two basses. I have this one, and then I have this one. These are the only two basses I have. I was very gracious to Ibanez for giving them to me, or they hooked me up on one and gave me another. They're very, very nice. I'm not like an Ibanez artist, but that's like one of my goals to work on. So these are the only two basses I have. So what I wound up doing was I brought them and I had the preamp deleted. Now the reason why I like that is I hate having to have a battery, and if you can see in here, there's no battery. So I hate changing out the batteries on tour. So far, just these two passive pickups have done me fine. And so what I've done for the longest time is I had both pickups turned all the way up. All right, and that's this sound. Oh. And now, if I want to increase the low end, if I want to decrease the high end, let's do that one first. I'm going to turn down this bridge one. So it's this volume knob to this bridge pickup and this volume knob to this neck pickup. All right, or middle pickup, or however you want to call it. And so listen to the sound. I don't know how it's going to come across to you. I know I can hear it in my room. But so I can take out the high end by turning the volume knob down. Now, consequently, I can take out the low end by turning down the neck pickup. So what I've kind of been doing, I think, with this patch is, or what might wind up working if I want to use this patch for live, is instead of having both of these pickups up like this, I think I'm going to have to turn this bridge pickup all the way down. So that's a little bit of the insight here. Yeah, there's like this frequency scoop that if you listen real closely, that you kind of will hear happen, and that's kind of cool to have a little bit of a frequency control just at my fingertips, literally, because as many of you know, I'm usually all over the stage. So that's kind of cool. I like that. So that Boss GT tone, this is what I'm working with right now. Like I said, I made several tones. I made 9 different tones. It's between this and 2 others. This is just, like I said, this is the one I like playing most in my bedroom. I know it's still a little fuzzy. The other ones take away some of that, but when I take away some of the fuzz, I lose some of the pick attack. And so that's another thing. I mentioned I don't have in-ears when I'm playing this, or I don't have a metronome, rather. And so when we play live, we not only hear our own individual mix when we walk up to the mixer and we hear, we push a button and we have our own faders, right? I think I addressed this in one of the other videos. I don't publish so many videos because of one other technical difficulty or another. one technical difficulty or another. I forget sometimes what I tell you guys. But yeah, so when we walk up to the mixer, um, we push a button that says our name on it, and then all of our mix comes up, and then we move our stuff, and we have all individual stuff. This, I can't do that because I'm just playing songs from my computer, but also I have a click the entire time. We all do have a click the entire time throughout the entire set, except for I think except for Feed My Frankenstein, because that was Alice Live and they don't use a click. So Josh just listens to that actual song, which is in a different key. That is in the key of C sharp, and we play that song in C. So, oh yeah, and so there's these songs that when I play them, sometimes if they sound different than the album, that's because the album jumps all over the place in tuning, and live we play them in either D standard or a drop C. So a lot of the drop songs we play in just drop C, whether it was drop D or drop B or anything else. If whatever it is, we just play it in drop C, which means that we pitch the songs up. We play them in position. So however the song is supposed to be played in its original tuning, that's how we play it. Same exact frets, but just in the key of typically C. But in a drop C tuning. And now for that, I tune my bass a full step down. So it's A, D, G, C, F. When everyone's all switching out guitars because they're Floyd Roses and all this stuff, and they can't just detune, I'm over at my tuner and I just drop that one string. That's it. I don't switch out my basses unless I have an issue, or if I'm if I'm having some form of issue, like when I was having an issue with either batteries dying, or I thought maybe the input jack was going on this particular bass. That's why I'm playing it, to see if I can recreate that at all, or if it was just like scratchy wiring, or like wet headphones and stuff like that. So yeah, so this bass is cool because this bass is cool, but this GT1000 that I have on the floor, I don't have a shot of it, but just Google Boss GT1000. It's pretty cool because something that my Fractal doesn't have, something that Dark Glass doesn't have, is wah pedal. But I like the way it sounds. Just messing around. But yeah, so I kind of like this thing. It's got its pluses to me. I get to do some stuff. I did come into this thing not wanting to use it. I promise you that. I came into this thing not wanting to use it, at least for bass and like whatever. Because again, I'm big on consistency, and these things cost $1,000. So if like this is my sound, then like God damn it, like I need a second one, and that's where the issue comes in for me. Where like Dark Glass, I was able to talk with those guys. I sent an email to Lauren, the artist relations guy. I met him at NAM in 2020, right before the world shut down. And initially, I was reaching out to him to do stuff. I think maybe even in 2019. Um, I think I reached out to him in 2019 originally, and then the only reason why I didn't move ahead with them at the time is that I had just bought my Axe Effects in 2018. It's like I'd already spent like I don't know about $2,000. I got like this artist discount, but it was still like I think it was still 1650 or $1,700 for the unit and the foot controller. So like I didn't want to waste my money. Um, and that was with the Axe Effects XL2 Plus, brand new, and the MFC foot controller, and those two were well over $2,000 if you buy them normally. So, you know, a great lesson here, guys, is if you have anything going on and you can make it, inflate it, make it sound awesome. Um, if it's not the greatest thing in the world, you just make it sound great. Have something going on and reach out to these companies. Even if they don't give you like a huge discount, they usually sell you stuff. Like if you write a good enough email, they will give you a deal better than you can get at like Guitar Center, which you can't even buy an Axe Effects at Guitar Center. But they hook you up. And a lot of these companies are good about sales too. Sometimes you can get a sale or buy the B stock. Like I was gonna buy a B stock one, for like a regular B stock one for the same exact price. No, I think it was 1750. Because they were originally $2,200, right? I think I got like a lot of money off on that, but I don't really know. I think I paid $1,200, and so I don't remember exactly what they were brand new, but it was right before the Axe 3 came out. So they were basically at their peak price. And then yeah, so I just bought this thing, so I never moved forward with that relationship because I didn't want to take advantage of someone if I wasn't going to really use the product. And so then finally, now I've used the product. I did have some issues with the Axe Effects where like sometimes you hit the tuner and it like gets stuck on the tuner. And if you watch, if you were to happen to watch the shipwrecked set on YouTube, you can just look up Nita Strauss Shipwrecked. You could see our whole set, and right before Feed My Frankenstein, the tuner button got like I wasn't even using the foot controller. It had happened when using the foot controller, but just using the button, it like wouldn't come off the tuner no matter what I did. It gets like stuck in this mute mode, and so I had to turn it off and then turn it back on. And I was like, all right, enough's enough. Like that thing's great. It is a very great studio piece. And if I had better conditions to travel with it, like it might wind up in a road case, in a shock mount road case, instead of in that individual case, even for this tour, just to kind of be there as a backup because I know it's good and I know it works and I know it sounds good. So that's one of the other things. Like now this GT, it has to go out on the floor somewhere, where the fractal at this point is going to, and same thing with the Dark Glass, they have to be out on the floor, where the fractal gets to be alone in a rack. I kind of like that. So, we'll see. We're going to do a little bit of experimenting. So like I said, comment below if you want me to do like updates, on the shootout, or if you want just one video at the end. I'm going to be filming it either way. Do you want it in little spurts, or do you want it one video at the end? I will tell you, in little spurts is easier for me to do sometimes. Just because touring schedule gets crazy. I'm going to do my best to, like I said, I updated my laptop, got everything going with that. I got to plug it in so it's charged. But I'm going to be trying to work on some of this other footage and getting some stuff out to you too. So let's see. We're going to do... I'm gonna do two more songs for you guys. Let's see. You know this part. Wow, you know what? I want to do that one more time, and I want to. That time I had both pickups up, so I'm gonna go through that one more time. Exactly everything the same, except it's gonna be only the neck pickup. Again, I want to be a little bit more interactive with you, so I'm going to say comment down below right here. If you've gotten this far in this video, which I'm pretty sure you guys watch these things all the way through, I don't know. If you don't, if you think these things are too long, also tell me below. This thing isn't on YouTube, okay? This video is only here in this Patreon feed. That's it. So it's not like, I'm not like telling like, oh, fucking a million people, hey, go comment below because I want YouTube clicks. I'm saying, tell me these things below so that way I can, I don't know, make better stuff. Make stuff that you guys want to see, you know? There's stuff that I've planned, but I don't know, maybe there's, I'm not thinking about something. So let me know below if you want me to, do a more updated, like in segments updated, of the shootout of the Dark Glass versus the Boss GT1000, Dark Glass Alpha Omega Ultra versus the Boss GT1000 versus the Fractal Axe-Fx XL2 Plus. Jesus Christ, these names, guys. So comment down below if you want me to do segmented update for that, and or one big video at the end of after I figured it out, like what I, you know, whatever, one video. And also let me know down below what you think, whether you like me having both of these pickups or just one. Make sure to kind of listen in or just a neck pickup. Make sure to listen in headphones or anything that has low end in it. All right, don't just like listen on your phone. If you're watching on your phone, I don't know, come back to this video before you comment. Unless you do use like AirPod Pros or something that has like a good bass response, something where you can hear the difference in that. Because it's, you know, on your phone, you're just going to hear the high end slightly shift. That's all you're going to hear. When the high end slightly shifts, the bass becomes a little bit more prominent. Now, that song does have bass on it, so, I mean, it is what it is. But either way, you know, that's the original recording that's on the album and then pitched in Pro Tools that Nita made for me for the first tour. One more. Let's see. I know which one I should do. I know which one you guys want me to do. I know which one I want to do. Oh, I'm going to keep... Maybe I'll do it twice. Maybe I'll do it twice. Maybe I'm going to do 2 songs. That song's a little bit louder. Now we got it. I suck. I'm sorry. I like to go. I forgot where it was. I never play that live, but I like doing it whenever I practice it. I just forgot what it was. All right, third time's a charm. That's what number 3's for.
Now
solo, I'm gonna raise it up. Will you?
From the countless lies that have eaten us alive. And I know you wanna know why I'm dead inside. You're dead inside. We're dead inside. I know why I'm dead inside. From the countless lies that have eaten us alive. And I know you wanna know why.
And live, I tend to hear Josh's drums a little bit better, like his kick drum in specific. So I wind up like I played the first chorus. What is it? Yeah, that's it. So I play it very straight. And I sometimes do that on like one of them, but usually the rest, it depends. It depends on the mood. It depends on the vibe and everything. But usually this is how I play it because I follow Josh's kick drum. I'm usually like... And then I like even give it a little bit of suspense, you know. So yeah, I don't know. That's just that. Instead of doing that one twice like I was gonna do again, I was gonna just turn up that pickup, and I should have because I didn't play right in the solo. Whatever, I'll do that song for you guys again. Another video, I'm sure. This song, I don't know the final name of it. We've been playing it on the tour. We call this song Summer Storm. I don't know if that's going to be the final name of it or what for the album, but again, this isn't on YouTube for any other purpose than giving you guys the link. You guys are the only ones who I post this link for. So I appreciate everything you guys do for me. And let's no. Let's get into it. can't play Feed My Frankenstein for you because that version is in C sharp and we played in C. So usually when I practice this song, I just turn my volume down and play it there. But this is about how I play it. Oh. Whole song. Whatever. And then right back to so yeah, that's kind of where I'm itching right now for my bass tone. I don't know. I'm gonna listen back to this video right now and hope that all of the audio of my playing is synced up with the music that you are hearing. If that is the case, which I'm pretty sure it will be, and if not, I'm pretty sure it's close enough. If it is not lined up perfectly, understand, I'm sorry. I'm working on trying to fix that. But I do owe you guys some stuff, so I'm hoping it's good enough, close enough to where I can post this video. So, yeah. Backstage Buddies, ta-ta for now. This is a little bit of a dive into some of my rig, some of my thoughts as far as that go. I'm going to make an Oceans of Stormtroopers video coming right up after this. Peace!
Yes, I know you're hungry. Ah, and here comes dinner.